So this is an account of something that happened to me a few years ago that I've not actually spoken about. It's very interesting. I originally had it planned to talk about during Easter time because it just gives me Easter story vibes, but it's after Easter and this is when I can do it. So, okay. During COVID or lockdown, COVID lockdown, I was actually working a lot. I didn't get to, obviously I wasn't working in like any field or industry where I could work from home. At the time I was working in education solely, so yeah. And then I was able to actually, thank God, get a second job. Can you imagine? So the time when everyone's like locking down and, you know, people were actually losing jobs, God had blessed me, given me the opportunity to have a second job. And I say that sensitively, and I really thank God they gave me the opportunity because I was able to help some people. Yeah. And the job was okay, so I did learn quite a bit. But yeah, so I was always out. I was always out from between like working in school and working with the children, the vulnerable kids that couldn't be at home, or like children of the frontline workers. I was there doing that, and then I was also working in a with an organisation that basically offered care to young people. So I was working like semi-independent youth hostels, placements and stuff like that. So I was always out, and at the same time as well, for people who couldn't come out, and like my family and stuff, I would be like doing like multiple trips to Costco, or just doing like normal grocery shopping, and I'll go and drop it to them because I was already out. I just felt like that was a way that I could help. Some of them were vulnerable, like my mum or like my aunties and that, so I was doing that. So there was one Lidl in now people argue about this. I would say it's Heath. So you got the West Croydon one, and then you got Heath, and then you got. So from that point, it's Heath. Some people say that it's Norbury. It's not Norbury. It's about 44. But anyway, mate, that's not important. So I went to that Lidl one day after work. I think I just finished like a night shift, and it's getting busy. Like a few people are out, and I go into Lidl, and for some reason, I felt like I need to go back and get a trolley. Now I don't need a trolley, but I thought let me go back out. I've come back out now. When I'm about to go in, I see a lady there. And just at that moment, God said to me, pay attention. Now, I will highlight here that it's very important to know how God speaks to you. For me, God speaks to me a lot through stories, narration, dreams, any kind of narration, like, I'm going to get it. And he also speaks to me very audibly, like, in my ears or in my diaphragm. When I was baptized with the Holy Spirit, I remember, 2009? Anyway, when I was baptized with the Holy Spirit, the sound came from, it was speaking from my diaphragm first, and then, yeah, so I know when God is speaking to me clearly. I know the ways that God speaks to me. He said, pay attention. So I saw this lady. I would say I'm generous. It's not anything boasting. It's just a fact. I'm quite generous. So if I see a homeless person or something, I will struggle not to stop and give something or speak. So this lady was there, and I said, oh, like, okay, cool. Like, let's go inside because I can't really understand what you're saying. And it'll just be better if we go inside. You can just show me where it is. So we've gone inside now, and the thing is, when I first went inside, I didn't see her. She was not there. She wasn't there. I would have seen her. So, but she's been by the door. So let's even say that she had been there. Okay, anyway. So we've gone inside now, and I'm now picking up a basket. So the reason why I even came outside was there was no reason. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, it was just a whole thing that God was narrating to me. So I've gone back inside. I'm carrying the basket, and like I'm dragging it's like a basket with a trolley thing. I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. I was even telling her, take your own, but she wasn't trying to get it. I said, okay, that's fine. So we're going through now, And I'm like, not be independent, but you go and get what you need. I'm here. So I'm trying to like indicate to her, go and get what you need and I'm here. But like, let's say like, yeah, it was on my right. So she's on my left. We've come through the door. I picked up the trolley and like the security guard is on my right. And he's like, I'm closest to him, but he's not looking at me. He's looking at the woman. And I just feel like I'm looking at him. I'm thinking, no. If anything, if you've got any problem with what is going on here, that I've brought this lady in that's homeless, maybe she's been here before and you lot are not trying to like let her in, or like security can be different depending on the retailer. They can be quite different, sometimes quite hostile, sometimes they let them be, and maybe that's why she felt that she couldn't come inside. Obviously she probably didn't even have any money or whatever anyway, but he's looking at her. I'm like, listen, I'm even in front of you. I'm the one that's in front. If you have any problems, direct them at me, because she came in with me. She came in with me. So if you've got any queries or whatever, address me. You don't address her. So I was getting quite protective already. And God was just telling me at the time, you see, God was pointing out to me at that time, when I'm with you, know that I'm covering you. If anyone's got any questions about your access, they should be, and they will be directing it to me. So you should never feel away. And I just felt so protective of her, even though I was telling her, like, just a couple seconds before, girl, go and do what you need to do and meet me. I felt, no, in this instance, then she should stay close to me. Or she should have the liberty to do whatever. But if you're gonna move mad, then let it stay close to me. And then she was just feeling like nervous. I was like, oh, like, girl, like, it's a shame, but okay, cool, stay close. But you, security, if you feel away, direct that to me, because I'm the one that brought her in. And she has a right to be here. She's not gonna, I'll move on to the next one. She's not gonna steal. I'm going to be paying for everything that she wants. Cool. So from that, she's obviously seen it. She's not understanding maybe the English or whatever, but she's seen what's going on. She's probably experienced the hostility in other areas before. So, she's aware. So I'm telling her, no, like, let's go, let's get the things, put the things in the basket and everything. I wanted her to know that she was covered. And I also, the thought that came to mind was, and the way that she was moving, because everything that she was going to get, I was like, she was just moving so like apprehensively. And I'm just trying to tell her, anything that you want, I can pay for. Even if it's a thing of like, I even need you to, a credit card, or even if I need to do like, I have to buy less of what I wanted. Anything that you want to pick in this place, I can pay for it. And that was another thing that God was telling me. Don't ever worry. Once I've given you access and we're in the space, anything that you need, I can cover it. I can cover it. Don't feel like you have to choose the cheapest thing or whatever. No, I can cover the name brand thing that you are asking for. I have unlimited resources to cover what you're asking for. That's the next thing. So as this is happening, God is talking to me. He's narrating it to me as it's happening. And then I'm also thinking, does she think that maybe I can't cover it? So is that maybe stopping what she's asking for? Or does she think that maybe she has to steal something? She will have to sin, that she'll have to commit a crime because she doesn't think that I can cover it. God was just getting at me. He was saying, listen, you see, believe that I can cover what you're asking for. And don't feel like you have to resort to trying to get it yourself, which in this case is a sin. And in our relationship, it is a sin because you think that I can't cover it. So I'm trying to explain in the little ways that I can. No, bring whatever it is. It doesn't matter. And I just wanted to try and communicate to her that you don't have to do the wrong thing because you think that I can't get it for you. I'll never forget that narration. I will never ever forget it, because as a human, with the things and everything that she needed to buy, honestly, my only concern was that maybe that she couldn't carry it by herself. And I didn't want to be intrusive and be like, I'll come with you to drop it. But at the same time, as well as a human, I just felt like I would say, like, I only had like £100 that day. I would just reduce what I need to get for myself, for you. But God doesn't need to do that. He has unlimited resources for us. So when you're asking for things according to his will for your life, according to his will for your life, rest assured that when you enter the space, you are covered. And if there are any issues, any qualms, they can direct it to him. That you should feel confident that you can get anything you need according to his will. And you should feel confident that he's going to give it to you, so you won't have to sin or commit a crime to get it yourself. I hope that's clear. And I was just encouraged, like, if you don't know how God speaks to you, pray and inquire and develop like a deeper relationship with him, so that, you know, when lessons come, you won't miss it because you don't understand what he's saying or the way that he speaks to you. So, yeah, God bless you.